Hola a todos, bienvenidos a un French in Spain. Este video va a ser sobre escuela. Finalmente tengo tiempo para hablar de la escuela. Y ahora voy a cambiar a inglés porque si continúo hablando en español, casi nadie va a entenderme. Así que English from here on out. So this vlog, I'm finally going to talk about school. I've been meaning to do this for a while. I just haven't had time. And then this last week I was sick, so my voice was pretty ugly. And so now I'm better, and now I can finally give you guys the deets on school. So I've been in school. This is I believe my 4th week of school. So almost a month. So my school is called Universidad Complutense de Madrid, which is basically kind of like the UCLA of California. So it's the most rigorous school in Spain, supposed to be like the hardest, the most prestigious. Every famous writer and whoever in Spain studied at this school. So going into it, I thought, wow, it's gonna be really hard, like I'm gonna struggle a lot, the professors are gonna expect a lot, but no, they really don't. It's pretty easy, so that's good. I was really worried when people were like, oh yeah, it's like UCLA of California, but like in Spain, like hard, and I was like, but yeah, it's not that hard. So I have 5 classes. We're required to take 5. We can't take any more or any less. So my first class is social change. And the classes here are weird because back home you take class Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday, but here it's a Monday, Tuesday class, Wednesday, Friday, or Thursday, Friday. So the classes are all like back to back. So my social change class is Monday and Tuesday. And so what we do is we basically study social change in Spain over the last however many years. So like one thing we just finished studying was geodemographic bases. I mean, in Spanish it's bases geodemográficos. I don't know if that translates to literally, but whatever. So something we studied was how in Spain the number of people over the age of 65 keeps rapidly increasing, and the number of people being born is decreasing because what's happening is women obviously want to work. And so when they go to a job interview, the manager, whoever, will ask them, are you planning on having kids? And if they say yes, they won't get the job because the manager doesn't want to deal with them taking leave of absences and things like that. So less and less women are having children in Spain, and so for that, the birth rate is low. And so now there is a lot more older people in Spain than younger people. So I study things like that. And then, so that's Monday and Tuesday, and then that class also has they call it a service learning component. It's basically like a volunteer part of the class. So there's like 5 different ones you can choose. I chose to do little kids. So Mondays for 2 hours after school, I go to this organization thing. It's called YMCA. They have it all over the world, but here it's called IMCA. So I go there, and then I basically play with the 3 to 6-year-olds for like 2 hours. Play with them, do activities with them, talk to them, but they're still little, so it's not like anything school related, where if you have the older kids, you're tutoring them in classes. So, but I like the babies, so I picked the younger kids. So then I guess that's technically supposed to tie into social change, except I don't think my area of volunteering has anything to do with social change because I'm just playing with little kids. So yeah, so that also goes with the class. So it's twice a week plus the volunteering 1 day a week. And then my second class is a grammar class, and this one we're like required to take. You can't just like choose it, like you have to take it. And it's twice a week. And honestly, this class sucks because it's about the equivalent to a 2nd year high school Spanish class. Honestly, we're learning adjectives, how to describe ourselves, and a bunch of other things that I learned 4 years ago. So I don't know why we're learning this again, but whatever, it's an easy A. I have to take that. And that one also sucks because Wednesday the class is 5 hours long. 5 hours of grammar class on Wednesdays. But on Thursdays it's only an hour and a half, so it's better. And then also the teacher treats us like babies. She talks to us like this and explains everything like this. I'm like, dude, come on. I've been in Spanish for 7 years. I can understand you when you talk. You don't need to talk like that. So yeah, that class is a little frustrating, but whatever. And then my other 3 classes are Thursday and Friday. So the first one is linguistics, intro to linguistics, which I had high hopes because linguistics is like my favorite aspect of like language. Like I don't care about literature, I don't care about really history regarding like the language. I like the linguistics part of it. And I mean, I guess it's intro to linguistics, so it's supposed to be kind of boring, but all we do is like we learn terms. It's like, I don't care about these terms. And half the terms I already know because I took a Hispanic dialect class last quarter back home, and so half these terms I've already heard of, and I'm like, yeah. So that class is a little boring. I just hope it picks up because that's like the one class I was excited for. So hopefully it gets a little better. But yeah, it's an easy class though. It's really easy, so that's good. And then my second class on Thursday and Friday is Hispano-American literature from like the 15th to the 18th century. I'm not a literature person in any language. English, Spanish, freaking Chinese, I don't care what language it is. If it's literature, I hate it. So I just don't like reading, basically, that's why. So this class isn't my favorite. And especially, you know, it's like poems from like the Aztecs and the Mayans and the Incas from however many years ago, and I'm like, I don't care. So this class is really boring, and it's like suffering to have to sit and read these poems that have weird words. And like, so for those of you who don't know, Nahuatl it's an indigenous language. I believe it's from Mexico. And so these poems are originally in Nahuatl and they're translated to Spanish. But then, you know, things get lost in translation, or there's like names of people. And so then it's like even more confusing to read the poems because some of the words are still in Nahuatl, and I'm like, I don't even know how to pronounce this, let alone understand it. So that class isn't fun. And then my last class is it's a theater class. It's contemporary theater in Spain. So we basically read plays and like act them out in class. The first hour of the class, he lectures on like the type of play it is, or the writer of the play. And then the second half of the class, he makes us all get up and act out like random things, I guess, if that makes sense. So it's an easy class. And then, I mean, plays are easier to read than poems. I don't mind reading the plays, but like the first one we read was pretty boring. But yeah, that class is okay. I don't hate that class. But so out of all my classes, I think literature is probably my least favorite just because of all the reading. And then social change is a little boring, but I think it's gonna be easy. But yeah, that's basically it. So yeah, I think that's it. I don't really have anything else to say regarding school. My classes are easy and my professors are all really cool. So even if the subject matter is a little boring, it's not that bad because the professors are fun and they're interesting and they make it a little less boring. So yeah, that's all.